When you think of Paris, the Eiffel Tower instantly comes to mind, towering above the city, a symbol of romance and French culture. But believe it or not, when it was first proposed, Parisians hated the idea. Many saw it as an eyesore, a giant metal monstrosity that would ruin their beautiful city. Imagine someone suggesting a 1,000-foot-tall metal tower in Central Park today. The outrage was real. The Eiffel Tower's story is one of controversy, innovation, and transformation. It all began with the 1889 Exposition Universelle, a world's fair celebrating the centennial of the French Revolution. France wanted a showstopper, a structure that would prove its industrial and engineering prowess. A competition was held to design a temporary monument for the fairgrounds. Gustave Eiffel, an engineer known for his metal bridges, entered with a radical idea, a 300-meter wrought iron tower. His team, including Maurice Koechlin and Émile Nouguier, designed a structure unlike anything the world had seen. If built, it would be the tallest man-made structure on Earth. The design was bold, modern, and divisive, but it won. The Eiffel Tower was meant to be a statement. France was at the forefront of a new industrial age. Little did anyone know this temporary tower would become the city's most enduring icon. The Iron Lady's journey was just beginning. Gustave Eiffel got the go-ahead, but with a catch, he had to pay for most of it himself. The government chipped in a bit, but Eiffel gambled his fortune, hoping ticket sales would pay off. The tower was supposed to stand for just 20 years, then be torn down. Its design was pure engineering genius, every curve calculated to withstand fierce winds, every piece prefabricated with precision. The open lattice, criticized as ugly, was actually what made it stable. Over 18,000 iron parts were made off-site, then assembled like a giant Lego set. Wrought iron was chosen for its strength and lightness, perfect for a structure this ambitious. Eiffel's team, including Koechlin, Nouguier, and architect Steven Sauvestre, handled everything from calculations to aesthetics. Eiffel himself was the driving force, organizing, funding, and overseeing every detail. He risked his reputation and fortune, determined to see the project succeed. The Eiffel Tower was a leap of faith, built on innovation and audacity. It was a marvel of prefabrication and logistics, years ahead of its time. Eiffel's vision was clear. This tower would show the world what French engineering could do, and he was ready to bet everything on it. Construction began in January 1887, and Parisians watched as the iron skeleton rose at breakneck speed. Around 300 workers assembled the tower, connecting girders with over 2 million rivets. The work was loud, dangerous, and done hundreds of feet in the air. No safety nets, just nerves of steel. Yet Eiffel insisted on safety innovations, movable scaffolding and guardrails, rare for the era. Thanks to his strict standards, only one fatality occurred, and it wasn't even on site. The schedule was tight. The tower had to be ready for the 1889 World's Fair. The first level was done by April 1888, the second by August, and the top by March 1889. In just over 2 years, the world's tallest structure was complete. Eiffel himself led the first ascent, climbing 1,710 stairs to the top, French flag in hand. The tower was finished just in time for the grand opening. It was a triumph of engineering, planning, and sheer determination. The critics were silenced, at least for a moment. The Iron Lady was ready for her debut. Paris had a new landmark, and the world was watching. Not everyone was celebrating. Paris's artists and writers launched a fierce campaign against the tower, calling it a monstrous blight on the city. Famous names like Guy de Maupassant and Alexandre Dumas signed petitions, denouncing the project as cultural vandalism. The criticism was relentless, but the public was divided. While elites complained, many Parisians were fascinated, flocking to watch the tower rise. When the World's Fair opened, nearly 2 million people paid to ascend the tower. The view from the top won over many skeptics. The Eiffel Tower became a commercial hit, and Eiffel recouped his investment in the first year. The public's curiosity turned to admiration. The Iron Lady was here to stay. The Eiffel Tower was a sensation, but its future was uncertain. Its 20-year permit was ticking down. Eiffel knew it needed a purpose beyond tourism. He turned the tower into a scientific lab, collecting weather data and conducting aerodynamic experiments. But its real salvation came with radio. Eiffel offered the tower to the military for wireless telegraphy. In 1903, Captain Gustave Ferry used it to send and receive radio signals, a breakthrough for French communications. The tower became a strategic asset, intercepting enemy messages and jamming signals during World War I. Its role in national defense saved it from demolition in 1909. After the war, it became a hub for radio and TV broadcasts. Eiffel's pivot from spectacle to utility ensured the tower's survival. The Iron Lady had found her calling. She was no longer just a monument. She was indispensable. The Eiffel Tower's transformation from eyesore to icon was gradual but unstoppable. Artists who once mocked it began to celebrate it, painting, photographing, and writing about its modern beauty. The tower became the backdrop for historic events and dazzling light shows. During World War II, resistance fighters cut the elevator cables to keep Hitler from reaching the top. When Paris was liberated, the French flag flew proudly from its summit. As travel boomed, the tower became a global symbol, appearing in films, postcards, and dreams. It was no longer just Paris's icon, but the world's. The tower adapted with new paint, elevators, and sparkling lights for the millennium. Its ability to evolve kept it relevant and beloved. The Eiffel Tower is both a historic monument and a living part of Paris. It stands for resilience, reinvention, and the enduring magic of the city. Taking a photo with it became a rite of passage for travelers everywhere. The Iron Lady had truly become timeless. Today, the Eiffel Tower welcomes nearly 7 million visitors a year. The hateful column of bolted sheet metal is now the beloved Iron Lady. It's impossible to imagine Paris without her. The tower is more than a tourist attraction. It's a monument to human ambition and innovation. Its radical design paved the way for modern skyscrapers. The Eiffel Tower's story proves that public opinion can change, and that bold ideas can become beloved icons. What was once mocked is now cherished. The tower has been a lab, a radio tower, a military asset, and a movie star. Above all, it remains a spectacle, capturing imaginations for generations. The Iron Lady stands as a testament to vision, resilience, and the magic of Paris. Sometimes the wildest ideas are the ones that last. And as the Eiffel Tower watches over Paris, it reminds us, greatness often starts with controversy.